Hey, today we're going to be looking at algebraic fractions, specifically adding and subtracting algebraic fractions. Algebraic fractions. Okay, I want to approach this from the idea of adding and subtracting normal fractions, year 7 work. So let's take a look at this and see if we can't extrapolate this into algebraic fractions. So e.g., 2/3 plus 1/4. Now, you should all know how to do this from year 7, so I'm not going to beat around the bush, I'm just going to jump right into it. The lowest common denominator of 3 and 4 is 12, and I've got 2/3 and I've got 1/4. And now I have to ask myself, okay, what do I do to 3 to make it 12? I times it by 4. What do I do to 4 to make it 12? I times it by 3. Okay, so I've got 2 times 4 is 8, 1 times 3 is 3, 8 plus 3 is 11 over 12. 11 over 12. That shouldn't have been a surprise to you. Okay, that should be pretty straightforward. You should be okay with that. Right. Now let's just extrapolate that. Let's take this to algebraic fractions. So let's use x plus 1 over 4, e.g. x plus 1 over 4 plus 3x plus 2, 3x plus 2 all over 6. Okay. Now, again, we should be asking ourselves, right, what is... I'm going to do it down here actually. What is the lowest common factor, lowest common denominator of 4 and 6? So I say, okay, well 4 goes 4, 8, 12. Whoa, there's a factor of the multiple of 6. Okay, so 12 is a multiple of 6. So I want to do it all over 12. Okay, so on this side, this long divide line groups that together. And that long divide line groups that together. So on this side, I've got x plus 1. Trust me, put it in brackets. Okay, plus on this side I've got 3x plus 2. Again, put it in brackets. Okay, and then I stop and I say, okay, great. What I need to do to 4 to make it 12, I need to times it by 3. So what I need to do to the numerator, I have to times it by 3. What I need to do to 6 to make it 12, I have to times it by 2. So I have to do the same to the numerator. So now I'm going to distribute that 2 to each of those, and I'm going to distribute this 3 to each of those. Alright, so here's what we've got, all over 12. Alright, so 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 1 is 3, 2 times 3x is 6x, 2 times 2 is 4. And that's it pretty much. All we have to do is tidy things up. So 3x plus 6x is 9x, 3 plus 4 is 7, all over 12. Done. It would be very nice if I could take out a common factor from 9 and 7 and then cancel it with a factor of 12. 9 shares a factor of 3 with 12, but 7 doesn't have 3 as a factor, so I can't take it out. Okay? 7 doesn't have any factors in common with 12, so I'm just going to leave it like this. There's nothing much more I could do with it. Okay? Alrighty. Pretty straightforward. Let's try another one. Okay, so the next one I want to do is, now let's put the variables at the bottom. Okay, so the next example, e.g., I've got 2 over x plus 1 over x plus 3. 1 over x plus 3. Okie dokie. Now, when you have two unknowns, your lowest common denominator is just the product of the two unknowns. The two unknowns multiply by each other. So all I'm going to do is write it like this. X times x plus 3. That's it. Okay. Don't multiply it out yet, because it might be nice. If we work through it, we might have the cancellation happening later. Okay, because if you multiply it out, you might have to factorize it again to get the cancellation. So just leave it like that for now. Okay. So on this side, I've got the 2, and now I've got the plus 1. And now I have to decide what each of them need. So here, what does he need to look like this? Well, he needs the bracket part. So he needs the x plus 3. Okay? And then, what does this one need to look like this? He just needs the x part. So he just needs x, like that. Okay? And now I do the multiplication. I multiply everything out. Okay? So, 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 times x is just x plus x. Alright? All over the denominator of x plus 3. Still with me? Okay. Tidy this up to see if anything can cancel, and we can move any further. Only two like terms that can go together. 2x plus x is 3x plus 6 all over x times by x plus 3. Now, there's nothing much more I can do with this. There is a common factor of 3 in both 3x and 6, so I could take out the 3, but that wouldn't really help it because there's no common factor of 3 at the bottom. If I could take out an x on top, if there was 3x squared plus 6x, and I could take out an x, then they would cancel nicely with that x. But nothing further I can do, so that stays like that. You're with me? Okay, great. So, now let's look at what happens when we have not just a monomial, but a binomial at the bottom. Okay, so let's take a look at this example. Let's do it in black. This is starting to get a little bit tricky. This is where you've got to get yourself to, e.g. Okay, so I've got 2 over y minus 5, 2 over y minus 5, minus, that's important, it's going to add to our difficulty a little bit later. Not much, but a little bit. 3 over y plus 1. 3 over y plus 1. Alright, so, two unknowns. The lowest common denominator of two unknowns is just its product. So I've got y minus 5 times by y plus 1. Are you with me? I've got 2 here, and I've got negative 3 there. Listen to how I said it. Okay. So, what does this need to look like this? It just needs that part. So I'm going to times 2 by y plus 1. Okay. Now, what does this need to look like this? It just needs that part. So I'm going to times the 3 by y minus 5. Okie dokie, still with me? Alright, so, equals. Let's multiply this all out. 2 times y is 2y. 2 times 1 is 2. Now listen to how I'm saying this. Negative 3 times y is negative 3y. Don't break up into minus and 3. It's negative 3, it's one thing. Okay? Negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. A negative times a negative is a positive. Okay? All over the brackets. Y minus 5, y minus plus 1. Are you still with me? Okie dokie. Now we just tidy everything up. 2y minus 3y is minus y. 2 plus 15 is plus 17. All over y minus 5, y plus 1. Now I've left it like that because it would be nice again if something would cancel. Okay? If this somehow subtracted to, let's say, minus y minus 1. Okay? Then I could take out a negative and I could cancel the top and the bottom. But it doesn't. It gets down to here and that's as far as I can go. Okay? So that is adding and subtracting algebraic fractions. Okay? There's more details in the notes, so go look at the notes in the blog. And there's more videos on the rest of this channel. Okay? Go take a look at it. Remember, I'm here for you.